I'm Raj with SickBay. SickBay is software that lives inside the hospital and collects and delivers physiologic data at scale. Our team goes out to our clients and talks to our users to understand better how clinicians, quality folks, and researchers can make use of this novel data set. Today, we're joined by our colleagues, Mishan and Katie. Katie comes from a background that combines both clinical care and technical work in a way that gives her a unique experience and perspective on the problems that we're helping solve. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
So talk to me a little bit about your perspective, because it's always so interesting to me. You came from bedside care, and then you consulted on these large EMR integrations and med device integrations. Talk to me a little bit about kind of like your learnings and findings over the years.
Absolutely. So device integration has always held a very special place in my heart, coming from that clinical background, wanting to help people at the bedside. I found something that there was a big gap in the way that device integration and that device data actually gets put back into the provider's hands. So through my career, I was able to work on these large type of data models and device integration projects. One of them being getting that device bedside data into an EMR. And then when I found SickBay, not only do we be able to put that data into the provider's hands, but we make it actionable, which is something that it took about 20 years to get to. In that course, I found something that was very relatable. In bedside care, we talk about 5 rights of how we administer medications to a patient. We go through this meticulous review of the orders, the medications, making sure that we have the right patient at the right time in the right bed with the right dose, and making sure that it's at the right time. So taking that same methodology and applying that to device integration, it became really clear that this was a gap in how we get that data to the patient's chart, and making sure that we're using the right data and data integrity to make these clinical decisions. So taking that same methodology, you can have the right patient in the right bed, making sure that we have the right device, collecting that data at the right time with the right signals. This is something that we use within our implementation process of SickBay to make sure when we do UAT testing, user acceptance testing, and we get this product to our clients, that we are doing this. The right patient is having the right data, the right signals, so making sure that they're getting their SpO2 or their blood pressure, and we're displaying it at the right time. This is really important to get those clinical decisions, and a lot of people aren't focused on making sure that it's correct, because this can impact exactly how we treat our patients.
So let's start with right number 1 and kind of go through them, because this is such a it's probably widely known in circles, right, that the patient has these 5 rights. But we have a lot of people that really then watch these videos and kind of learn about SickBay, and so use this time to really talk to them about what's so important for that patient at the end of the day when we're talking about these 5 rights.
Absolutely. So the first thing is making sure you have the right patient. This is associating the right patient in the bed. So number 1 is always want to make sure that we're looking at the right patient. Then we go into the right device. So we want to make sure that the right device is connected to the right patient. So are we looking at a heart rate from their cardiac monitor to make sure that that's associated correctly? Device association is something that is really big to make sure that that's a one-on-one association. Next, we get into the right bed. So we know that patients are within the hospital, and making sure that that is correct as well. There's a physical component here, because some devices require hardware that's in a certain place within the hospital. So making sure that it's in the right bed, or if there's more than one patient in that room. Then we get into the right time. So time stamping is very important when we talk about devices. We get more and more in real time. With sickbay, we're within 25 milliseconds of the native device in that real-time display. So doing that time is very important, and getting to that time to treat. So this is something with sickbay, getting the right time is very critical in delivering the right treatment. And then we go into the right signal, because we have many different discrete data elements that come off of a device. This can make sure that we're getting the right heart rate if you have multiple devices in the room, or if it's a certain signal like SpO2, making sure that it's from the right body part, like from your finger, and those type of things. So when you put all of these 5 things together, you get where it get to a point where the data has 100% integrity, that we're making sure from the beginning to the end that that stream of data is 100% accurate and to that patient.
So relating these 5 rights into kind of like what we do every day and what we focus on every day, I bet it feels good as a clinician for you to know that our entire team has been trained and focused on making sure that every decision that we make for the hospital, we are doing with the patient. We're making with the patient in mind. I think that probably brings a lot of comfort to you and other clinicians who work at our company, because I mean, that's really always your focus.
Absolutely. With that center of mind, and that being one of our core values of how we make sure that we present ourselves in the market, but also to our clients, and knowing that at the end of the day, it's the patients that matter, and making sure that we continually treat them with the utmost dignity and integrity.
Wonderful. Thank you, Katie, so much. And thanks for your hard work and your team's hard work. And I know our hospitals appreciate it as well.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
That was really great to hear about clinicians stepping back and asking, what can we do to make sure that we're caring for the next patient in the best way we can? And then flipping that into a technical question, right? Putting on a technical hat and saying, okay, so what are the informational elements of care? And how can we make sure that the clinicians are receiving the most high quality information that they can be getting? To be able to combine those ideas is very strong and very powerful. And I appreciate you sharing that insight with us today. If you out there are interested in learning more about sickbay, or if you are a sickbay user and you'd like to come on and tell your story, please drop Mishan or me a line. We'd love to hear from you. Until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.